So you want to start a podcast. That's awesome. I believe everyone should have a podcast, but I want to ask you this one question. Will you actually start your podcast? My name is Michael Sharkey. I am your podcast coach. I have worked a 25-year radio career turned into working the last half dozen years with CEOs and entrepreneurs, starting professional and really compelling podcasts. And the one thing that I see time and time and time again with very talented and very smart people is that they want to start a podcast, but that moment comes where you have to do it. It has to go from idea to actually talking into a microphone. And that's where I see people stumble. So the answer to that is coaching. The answer to that is accountability. So I built a 30-day Your Podcast Coach podcast masterclass that is all about giving you bite-sized chunks, bite-sized lessons, and coaching and accountability every day to get you to do your podcast, and not just any podcast either. When you work with me, it's about creating more than just a podcast where you interview people. Sure, you can do interviews, but I'm going to teach you, after all these years in radio, I'm going to teach you how to tell a compelling story, and not just a story. I'm going to teach you how to tell your story. Remember, in the world of entrepreneurs and the world of CEOs, it's not about what you do. Your podcast can sell what you do all day long, but it's really about who you are as a person. So when you want to have a podcast that makes money, so when you want to have a podcast that grows your business or grows your brand, you do that by telling effective stories about who you are. Yes, go interview somebody. And I'm going to teach you how to make a truly great sounding interview. But you've got to be okay with telling your story and understanding how to do that. And I'm going to show you that. And not only am I going to show you that, I'm going to show you that over the course of 30 days. Where in this program, you're going to learn storytelling. You're going to learn proper setup. You're going to learn how to make money with your podcast, launch strategies, growth strategies. Everything is covered in 30 days. And the great thing about this program is it is designed to get you to 30 episodes published. Do you realize that almost half of all podcasts don't even get to episode 6? I'm going to get you to that 30 episode mark, and at that mark, you're a pro. At that mark, there is no stopping you. So what I want you to do today is I want you to reserve your spot for my masterclass. I only do 20 people at a time. I want this to be very small groups. So daily lessons, daily videos, small group coaching that happens, live group coaching where you can get your questions answered as well as hear what other people are going through, a private Facebook group. And again, this is only 20 people and I only do this every so often. So if you want to reserve your spot, I strongly recommend that you click the button below and reserve your spot before the next group, before the deadline of the next group. Again, my name is Michael Sharkey. As a podcast coach, this is my life's work. This is my passion. More than just somebody who says, hey, I started a successful podcast, so now I'm going to show you how to start a successful podcast. I get out of bed every day to help people tell their story, and I can't wait to help you tell yours. Click the button below, reserve your spot, and I'll see you in the Your Podcast Coach Podcast Masterclass.